Welcome to the official Personality Guru. ESFJs are warm, engaging, caring, loyal, dutiful, and hardworking. They are admired for their work ethic, perseverance, devotion, and steadfastness. They strive to practice what they preach, holding fast to their commitments and convictions. As predominant judges, they take their work, family, and social roles rather seriously. Like the ENFJ, ESFJs have strong interpersonal skills, capable of quickly establishing rapport with others. They are natural readers of people and their emotions, a trait that allows them to quickly relate to people. Because of their social intelligence and love for people, they often have a substantial network of friends, acquaintances, and social connections. Their people skills also contribute to their persuasiveness and prowess as salespersons. While appearing outwardly confident and assertive on the whole, ESFJs are no more inwardly sure of themselves than other types. Indeed, because their inner judging function, introverted thinking, or TI is inferior, ESFJs may feel they have relatively little inner control. Finding inner control elusive, they naturally turn their focus outwardly, hoping that achieving outer control will somehow bring them inner calm and security. Their primary means of achieving outer control is through extroverted feeling or FE, which serves as their dominant function. By way of their FE, ESFJs can befriend, persuade, and direct others. In doing so, ESFJs can reap the benefit of social support as well as a sense of control and influence in the world of people. Like their ESTJ counterparts, ESFJ's auxiliary function, introverted sensing or SI, prompts them to keep one eye on the past and to preserve existing methods, traditions, and conventions. This is why David Kersey classifies them as guardians. This may partly explain why much ESFJs love teaching, a role that allows them to relay existing knowledge and wisdom to others. In sharing the same set of functions, ESFJs often resemble the ISFJ. One difference is ESFJs tend to be more warm and engaging upfront, while ESFJs can be somewhat more socially anxious and take longer to warm up. These two types also differ with regard to their inferior function issues, with ISFJs wrestling with NE and ESFJs with TI-related concerns. ESFJs can also resemble ENFJs since they share the same dominant and inferior functions. Both types have strong acumen and enjoy helping and supporting others. But because ENFJs use NI as their auxiliary function, they're often more interested in theoretical or philosophical discussions than ESFJs are. On account for their SI, ESFJs tend to be more practical and traditional, whereas ENFJs are often less conventional in their approach. While ESFJs differ from ESFPs by only one preference, they actually have zero functions in common. This makes these two types more different than is commonly recognized. ESFJs whose extroverted judging function is dominant FE tend to be more direct and firm in their assertions than is true of ESFPs whose extroverted judging function is tertiary. Moreover, because of their SE, ESFPs are more concerned with keeping up with current trends and fashions, as well as modifying their appearance accordingly. ESFJs, by contrast, whose sensing is introverted or SI, tend to have a diminished concern for doing so. Of course, ESFJs raised with SE types may assimilate certain SE tendencies because their SI has learned to see them as normal. Today, let's talk about ESFJ's auxiliary function, understanding the ESFJ secondary introverted sensing, SI. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. When searching for a deeper understanding of personality types, it is important to understand each one of their functions. While we often focus on the dominant and even inferior functions, knowing the auxiliary and tertiary ones are also vital. It is not just about knowing what functions each type possesses, but rather how these functions behave within the stack. When a function is dominant, it will present differently than when it is auxiliary. And so understanding this is truly important if you want to understand each personality type. Knowing each function on its own doesn't really give you a true comprehension of how the personality type is going to utilize the function. Instead, you need to learn more about the placement of each function and how it corresponds with each personality type. ESFJs are definitely known more obviously for their dominant extroverted feeling function, but their auxiliary function still plays an important role for them. Their introverted sensing helps to aid their FE and give it a sense of direction when it comes to how to solve problems and get things done. This introverted sensing is what makes the ESFJ a more practical person, wanting to focus on things that are tangible and can be measured and taken care of efficiently. They care about being able to get things done for those around them and don't like wasting too much time on things that don't make sense. For the ESFJ, being practical is important since it helps them hold everything together and balance their responsibilities in order to care properly for the people around them. For them, it is truly important to be able to make others happy and is often one of the main motivations of the ESFJ. How SI works. Introverted sensing, or SI, is very much focused on past events and information. It is a way of processing and storing information from past experiences and using it to understand the present choices which need to be made. The SI dominant user will take in information and filter this through their memories, wanting to compare it to past experiences and things they have a better natural grasp on because they have been through it before. When things in the present do not match what they know about the past, the introverted sensing user wants to compare this further and understand what is not matching up right. If they have stored certain information and recognize that it isn't aligning with something from the present, they often realize that something is not right and needs to be adjusted. The SI user is excellent at recalling the past in great detail, especially things which truly matter to them. This is why they are often good at remembering dates or special occasions, not wanting to forget something which marks an important occasion for them or their loved ones. Dominant SI users can sometimes appear methodical, very focused on the details and wanting to be sure they are making the right choices. They don't like jumping into things without being certain about their actions and will take time to compare to the past and what has worked for them. This is why new situations can be a bit unnerving for them at times since they don't have much to compare these actions to. They don't like stepping into things blindly and want some means of knowing that they are making the right decisions along the way. This way of thinking does make the introverted sensor very practical, wanting to focus on process and proven methods rather than imagining scenarios that are unlikely to ever happen to them. How about you as an ESFJ or any other personality type? What are your auxiliary functions? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. Auxiliary SI and ESFJs. While the ESFJ's dominant function is very focused on people, their SI actually helps aid this in a lot of ways. Their introverted sensing is constantly running in the background, picking up information and storing it for later. This is something that collects a lot of facts and details about people as well, which helps the ESFJ recall things like important dates and little things about those around them. It also filters this information and pieces it together in order to come to conclusions about the people in their lives. The ESFJ can often understand others rather well, instinctively knowing what their needs and desires are. While this connection to people is large because of their dominant FE, their SI helps with this a lot. While it might not be connected to the emotions of others, SI is connected to the little facts and details about people. It picks up on this information and connects it to situations and occurrences from the past. This helps the ESFJ to make predictions about what will likely happen or what these people most likely want. They can recognize motivations and see where the path they will likely go. Based on information cataloged from the past from their introverted sensing function, their SI actually processes all of the FE data the ESFJ collects, connecting it with things they can understand and predict in a more tangible fashion. Before we continue, if you enjoy this video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. ESFJs are often good at recalling details and focusing on the little things that other people might miss. This comes from the use of their SI, which can catalog plenty of data and information over time. They also value being practical with their choices, wanting to ensure that they maintain a balance with the things in their lives. In order to properly care for themselves and their loved ones, the ESFJ is aware that they need to be smart with their choices and not simply jump into things because they feel good. They are capable of weighing their choices out and making sure they follow the path which is correct. They value certain traditions which are meaningful to them, and this is something that comes from their SI. This doesn't mean ESFJ are incapable of change or that they uphold all societal traditions, as they are more inclined to maintain the ones they feel personally connected to.